This is question 41 for the practice final. In this question, we have two binomials, one of which is a regular binomial, and the other one is in a square root symbol. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our opposites. So to get rid of a root, we are going to use a power. So the first thing we're going to do is write our 2x minus 5, and we're going to power that by 2, which will simply be equal to x plus 20. At this point, we are going to go ahead and solve our right side, or our left side over here. And what we're going to do is we are going to use distribution, or either FOIL method, or if you know the formula, you can use a formula. The formula is a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Or we can use FOIL, which we're going to go ahead and use, of 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5. All right, so using FOIL, we do our first, our outside, our inner, and our last. So let's go ahead and do our first, which is 2x and 2x, which is 4x squared. Our 2x times negative 5, which is negative 10x. Again, on the inside, negative 10x. And our last, 5 times 5 is 25, because they're both negative. We end up with a positive 25. We're going to combine our like terms. Since these two are like, we're going to go ahead and add them together. So we end up with 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. We're going to remember, up here in the original, we said is equal to x plus 20. To move this part over here, we're going to use our other portion, which is knowing that positive is the opposite of negative, and back and forth. So since these are on this side, these are positives, we're going to go ahead and minus 1x and minus 20, which will clear out these two terms. We end up with 4x squared minus 21x plus 5 is equal to 0, as we're trying to solve. At this point, we're going to figure out what does 4 times 5 equal, which of course is 20. And then we need to add up to 21. So we would say negative 21 is equal to something plus something. Well, since there's only a difference of 1, we can say negative 20 and negative 1, when added together, will give us that. And those are multiples right there. That'll give us 20. Now, because this started with 4, we have to make sure that we also divide by 4 to make sure that these are numbers that are reduced. This is also called the Lizzie method. It just means use a, divide by a. So as long as we divide by a, that's pretty much what the Lizzie method is, this last step here. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. And then the other one is negative 1/4. To solve for 0, all we have to do is use our opposites for these two. In the same way that we know that, again, positive and negative are opposites, we're going to go ahead and apply that here to find our solutions. So our solutions are positive 5 and positive 1/4. Now, these are answers. In the same way that you can answer something either negative or positively, it doesn't mean it's always a solution. I always say, like, if you have a parent and they ask you, did you clean your room? You could say yes or no. One of those is a solution to the problem, and the other one is not so much. So let's make sure that these work. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down our question again. 2 with parentheses minus 5 is equal to the square root of parentheses plus 20. And we're going to need this twice because we have to test both answers. The reason is a square root always gives us two different answers. One is a smaller answer and one is a larger answer, so both have to be tested. I'm going to switch my ink real quick because I'm going to insert in this 5, and the 1/4. Okay? Let's go ahead and solve. So the first one is going to be 10 minus 5, which is positive 5. This adds up to 25, and when rooted, we get 5. So this gets a check mark because it is a possible, or it is a solution. So this is our solution. Let's go ahead and check the other one. We have 2 times 1/4, which is 1/2, minus 5, square root of 20.25 essentially. We could say 20 1/4, or we could also say, okay, so we actually just process this, it'd be 20 times 4 plus 1 over 4. So that would be 81 over 4, which is 9 over 2 when rooted. So let's see if the other side is the same thing as 9 over 4. Or 9 over 2, sorry. Well, if we subtract this, we'll have negative 4.5. These are not the same, so this is not a solution. So in this case, we have our 2 different answers. Yes, I cleaned the bedroom. I did not clean the bedroom. And of course, our solution would be the yes.